First and 10 at their own 25-yard. First carry for the former Buckeye. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Play action. Now Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Isaiah Simmons. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. He's going deep for Brown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Peter Baker with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Connor. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, second and goal. Play action. Now it's Murray. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They'll look to run with Connor. And just nowhere to go for Connor. Defense gets to him, and they mark him short. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They're going for it. It's Murray. Open man Green. He's got it. Touchdown, Arizona. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. They'll try and throw for it. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So their second touchdown of this first half. They went for 2 after score number 1. Didn't get it. Now they get the equalizer, so to speak.
So to speak, and you can understand the thinking. Because they didn't get it after the first score, they wanted to get back to a normal points pattern, get up to 14. But just think, if they missed it here, only up 12-0. 1 extra point on the other side can ultimately beat you if they score twice.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson flush to his right. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early to stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 29-yard line.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Six yards left on 2nd down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. They start the drive with Connor. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's the veteran Justin Houston who got in there to make the stop. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, it's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second down and 3. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. It's a scintillating run by Lamar Jackson. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he will get into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Murray. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play fake. Murray. Finding Ertz again. Shreds him with his... And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Zach Ertz, 28 yards. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Going deep here for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Here's more on the return. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Both teams going back through their game plans, making their final halftime adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we go back up to Baltimore and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Play action. It's Jackson. Going deep here for Watkins. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. But for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, you know, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well. They'll look to throw. buying time to his left. And he will get into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Cardinals take over first and 10.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They fake the handoff, now Murray. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the reception made by Green. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Murray now. Forced out to his left. Incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw, because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
On 2nd down now, it's Connor, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Murray now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And caught right side, Green. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 26. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Murray giving to Connor on the draw. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Zach Ertz, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the two-point conversion.
Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
On the return, Devin Duvernay. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
From the 38, Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. Past the 20. 5, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There was a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. Flush to his right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
He's got it at the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And now, once again, they'll line up to go for 2. Play action. Now Jackson. On the move to his left. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. And that'll make this a 10-point game. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Murray. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the sack master, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Flushed out right. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Well, from deep in to bring this out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their lead is hanging by a thread after that pick six. But, look, they're still in the driver's seat. Now the question, how aggressive will they be on this drive? Time to find out. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now Murray off play action. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. To throw, it's Murray. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And this is caught. He hits more. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Throwing again, Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Edmonds going to get the handoff here on the option. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. And able to find Kirk complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. So on fourth down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal. Back to throw. Murray. Flush to his right. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So here's a big play for the Cardinals as they'll go for 2. Murray to throw. He's got it. And they will not go quietly as we are back to a 2-score game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. The return is Duvernay. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Here's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Rolling to his left. And make him 4 for 4 now on two-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now Murray. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. To throw is Murray. He'll buy some time right. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Murray staying put for now. They'll go for it on 4th down. Murray and company going for it on 4th. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, I don't think it takes much to crawl into their mind, right, why they went for 2 there, even though they were unsuccessful. With this type of a lead, what they're worried about, right, and less than 10 seconds on the clock, what they're worried about is just giving up the touchdown.
Yeah, on the kickoff return.
Yeah, so you go for it here to try and ensure yourself. Now they've got to make sure they cover it, otherwise they could actually lose.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Now one more shot at it. Obviously, again, they've got to go for the end zone.
Well, we've seen it happen before. How about Aaron Rodgers throughout his career? He seems to pull it off about every other week. But if I'm the defense, I'm rushing the quarterback and making him move away from his throwing arm. That makes it a little bit tougher to get it downfield.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly.